Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Today I want to talk to you about Maharashtra. I want to talk to you about Devendra Fadnavis. So let's talk Maharashtra. Let's get right into the show.
जिस दिन मैं अन्ना का ब्लॉगर यानी अन्ना के लिए पहला ब्लॉग लिखा उस दूसरे दिन अन्ना ने मौन शुरू किया तो पूरा मीडिया सामने आया बोला कि तो का मतलब मैं बोलूंगा अभी जो बोलना है तो अन्ना मौन पे पूरे देश में हाहाकार के अन्ना मौन और मेरी बेटी थी घर में अंदर से मेरा फोन वहां से लेके दौड़ते हुए बाबा अन्ना का फोन है और रवि अंबेकर जस्ट दरवाजे पे था
और अन्ना कौन व्रत में था?
रवि को सब मालूम था ये चापलूसी सब इसकी तो मुझे रवि ने कुछ बेचारे ने वो किया नहीं, रिवील नहीं बाहर किया, लेकिन पूरा इंटरव्यू होने के बाद मुझे पूछा कि अन्ना से बात हुआ ना.
Raju, what was this India against corruption all about? What was the real reason for this?
Ambition.
Whose
Personal ambition. Arvind.
So how did Anna get roped in?
See, number 1 is Arvind, number 2 is Arvind, number 11, 12, 13 is Arvind.
And how did Anna get roped into this?
अन्ना एक आपको स्क्रिप्ट मैंने बोला ना कि मैं आजाद हूं में एक ऐसा अनाथ आदमी चाहिए कि जिसके आगे पीछे कोई नहीं, जिसकी न्यूज बन सके, जो रिसेम्बलेंस हो जिसका गांधी जी वगैरह वगैरह से. तो वो अन्ना उनको मिल गया. वो ढूंढते रहे लेकिन उम्र भी है और यानी अनशन का वो कितना भी टाइम बढ़ा सकते हो, कैसे मुझे मत पूछो, लेकिन कितना भी टाइम अनशन कर सकते. ये सब जो सीन है वो अन्ना की कैरेक्टर को फिट था.
So you are actually telling me that it is not Anna who created Arvind Kejriwal, it is Arvind Kejriwal who created Anna.
Of course. Yes, Arvind Kejriwal is a very sharp and his political acumen is amazing.
Let me start with Bharatiya Janata Party and Maharashtra. Bharatiya Janata Party was not very strong in Maharashtra. It was always Shiva Sena that was stronger in Maharashtra than Bharatiya Janata Party. Bharatiya Janata Party had some very good leaders. Leaders like Pramod Mahajan, leaders like Gopinath Munde. But then after Pramod Mahajan and after Gopinath Munde, BJP was surviving in Maharashtra thanks to Shiva Sena. It's Shiva Sena that actually acted as a crutch to Bharatiya Janata Party. 2014 saw a very strong leader come up for Bharatiya Janata Party, and that strong leader was this young man called Devendra Fadnavis. Devendra Fadnavis, when he came into power, he came from a hardcore RSS background. A lot of people thought that he would be talking Hindutva, he would be a hardliner, he would be, talking right-wing, talking communalism and all of that. And to the surprise of many, including myself, he was not about hardline politics, right-wing politics. He was not about all of that. Devendra Fadnavis completely started focusing on development. A lot of roads which were languishing, metro languishing, he restarted it. After 2014, BJP started developing a leader in Maharashtra. A leader in Devendra Fadnavis. At that point in time, he had to climb over a lot of people. Vinod Tavde, he had to climb over Eknath Khadse, he had to climb over a lot of local leaders. Pankaja Munde, he climbed over a lot of local leaders. And he prevailed. He prevailed politically. So he was seen as a very astute politician. He prevailed in the hearts of people because he actually believed in development. Devendra Fadnavis was 100% sure that he will win the election. He was 100% sure that he will win the election. And that is why he went out, and what he did was possibly something that no other politician would have ever done, is go out in interviews and say that I will come back. What he meant by that, me parat yein in Marathi, means I will come back as chief minister, This was his actual tagline. Actually he had won the mandate because he had a pre-poll alliance with Shiva Sena. Shiva Sena, under Uddhav Thackeray then, the combined Shiva Sena or the united Shiva Sena then, they believe that there was a chief minister arrangement that was made between BJP and Shiva Sena, and that was done by Amit Shah. Amit Shah denies it. Amit Shah says that we never had any compromise. It was very clear it will be a BJP chief minister. Shiva Sena says, no, it was not supposed to be that way. It was supposed to be Shiva Sena chief minister, and it was a breach of contract. And this happened in Matoshri, that is Uddhav Thackeray's house, Bala Saheb Thackeray's house, when Bala Saheb Thackeray was alive. And we agreed to this, and then you have breached our trust. You have breached our understanding. Now, mind you, Shiva Sena's outburst was not something that happened overnight. Shiva Sena was not happy since 2014. Because 2014 saw Modi wave. All of a sudden, the big brother in the state, that is Shiva Sena, became the small brother, and the small brother in the state, that is BJP, became big brother. Role reversal happened. Shiva Sena since then wanted more power. Shiva Sena since then wanted, they wanted to be the big brother. They were no longer the big brother. They were shunted, and it came to a situation in 2014 where Devendra Fadnavis literally asked them, "Aane ka to aao, nahi to mat aao yaar." And then things happened, patched up, Shiva Sena came back, everything happened, and things moved on. But the split had started in 2014. 2019, amidst a lot of things, that mess was happening. There was an understanding. They said that there was. It is said that there were some kind of understanding between Shiva Sena and between BJP and NCP at some point in time, and then BJP insisted that Shiva Sena should be a part of it. Shiva Sena cannot be sidelined. So NCP said, if it's Shiva Sena and us and BJP, we don't want to be the third party. We are not going to be. If it is a deal between you and us, it is fine. So NCP walked out, and then Shiva Sena was back, and all of that happened. But end of the day, after the election in 2019, Shiva Sena backed out, and everything crumpled down for Bharatiya Janata Party. And that began the fall of this young leader who had come up in 2014 called Devendra Fadnavis. I think there was an arrangement made with Ajit Pawar. Now we all know that Ajit Pawar had gone with the blessings of Sharad Pawar. Sharad Pawar's strategy, we have discussed that many times. I am not going to talk about it. Ajit Pawar went, he became the deputy CM. Devendra Fadnavis, technically, Parat Yain happened, he became the CM. And then Ajit Pawar backed out, and everything collapsed. And it was an embarrassment. It was an embarrassment for Bharatiya Janata Party. It had such thing had never happened after Modi took over in 2014. Bharatiya Janata Party, that super juggernaut image, it got shattered. Ajit Pawar ran back to NCP, and this government collapsed after a couple of days. Now all of this took its toll on A, Devendra Fadnavis' image, B, his power as far as the state is concerned. Now, two things happened after that. First, let me talk about what happened to Devendra Fadnavis. What happened to Devendra Fadnavis is, Devendra Fadnavis, I think, became slightly desperate. And like what most of the times, what right-wing leaders do, he started doing that. He started moving towards becoming communal. He started becoming more radical. He started using the Hindutva tool very often. So all of a sudden, the beautiful image of Vikas Purush that he had created for himself, that took a back seat, and a communal Devendra Fadnavis started emerging. I don't know whether he did it deliberately, or did he just do it because he thought that will win him his fame back. Now, I think from here on starts Bharatiya Janata Party's mistakes. Bharatiya Janata Party had a very strong leader in Maharashtra. This strong leader was very powerful. He was given tremendous power. I don't think Maharashtra has seen such a powerful independent chief minister since Sharad Pawar. Because even Vilas Rao Deshmukh had lots of pressure from the high command of Congress. Ashok Chavan had tremendous pressure from High Command of Congress. Ashok Chavan for every second decision used to call up the High Command. So was Prithviraj Chavan. Prithviraj Chavan was from Centre, was the minister in the Prime Minister's office who was sent to Maharashtra to be the chief minister. So all these chief ministers are tremendous. You know, they had the reins were in high command, but this was one chief minister who was let loose. Modi had tremendous faith in Devendra Fadnavis, and Devendra Fadnavis therefore got tremendous powers. All sorts of power, political power, decision-making powers, and also, if you look at it, all these central agencies' powers. So he was more or less the boss of Maharashtra. Now, when he became the boss, when you see a person with this kind of power, all of a sudden he is elevated as a leader. And Devendra Fadnavis got tremendously elevated as a leader. Then came COVID, and then came the Shinde episode, the Eknath Shinde episode. Even when Eknath Shinde episode was happening, though I don't believe that Devendra Fadnavis was in the center stage, but still Devendra Fadnavis was seen as the center stage, and the whole Maharashtra said, Dekho, see, Devendra Fadnavis made this happen. And then came a stage where there was a press conference where Devendra Fadnavis and Shinde was sitting there, and Devendra Fadnavis, like a leader, said that, okay, Shinde, here it is, you handle the show. Shinde is going to handle the show. This is the man. This is our man. And of course, I am going to be outside and I am going to be kind of working for the party. So he actually elevated himself by saying that I am going to be outside. I am going to work for the party. Shinde will be the chief minister. And that evening, things changed. That evening, without even, I think, when he was giving that press conference, obviously he didn't know that he is going to be the deputy chief minister. That evening, he was called by the central command of Bharatiya Janata Party, and he was asked to be the deputy CM. Now, whatever one says in a press conference or whatever one says, a CM reduced to a deputy CM is bad. Is bad for your leadership image, and that's exactly what happened. This invincible, this huge leader of BJP called Devendra Fadnavis, look, as he was not invincible anymore. He was not invincible anymore. And that shook that leadership of Devendra Fadnavis. Now, why I say this was a huge mistake for Bharatiya Janata Party is because with that, it also harmed Bharatiya Janata Party's clout or Bharatiya Janata Party's popularity that they were gaining in Maharashtra. It also shook that popularity. Bharatiya Janata Party's leader was asked to step down and become a deputy chief minister. Though it was very clear, his face, the way he took the oath, it was very clear that he was absolutely upset with it. And after that, never did Devendra Fadnavis get that old charm of Devendra Fadnavis. That old, when you're on the saddle and you're riding right, one can make out that you're riding right. You are absolutely comfortable. Devendra Fadnavis was never comfortable after that. After the takeover in 2022, Devendra Fadnavis was never comfortable. It was always shaky. Then you had an ad where Shinde said, I am more popular than Devendra Fadnavis. Then you had a survey where Devendra Fadnavis said that I am more popular. The survey says, he didn't say that, but the survey says Devendra Fadnavis is more popular than Shinde. And then, of course, Devendra Fadnavis went out to say that, listen, Shinde is my boss and, this was all a mistake and all of that. But all of that, see, nothing happens without a reason, does it? It just can't be, oops. It happened. Now, this doesn't happen in politics, and that too at that level. It doesn't happen that way. So, all this divides and cracks were very clearly visible. Secondly, Devendra Fadnavis, deputy of Eknath Shinde, these two people are two different individuals and with two different working styles. Absolutely two different working styles. So, from a management perspective, putting these two people together and making them work in synchronized working will never happen. Because their working style is different. As people, they are different. Cutting Devendra Fadnavis to size in Maharashtra, I think, was an error by Bharatiya Janata Party. Devendra Fadnavis, losing his faith of that Vikas Purush, losing that proposition of that Vikas Purush and tilting slowly towards communalism, I think he should be reconsidering that, because there was a fantastic sheen that he was building for himself. There's a fantastic fan following that he was building for himself. People who were with Bharatiya Janata Party and people who were not so much with Bharatiya Janata Party had a certain amount of respect for this man because of the kind of work he would do. So that's two things about Bharatiya Janata Party and Devendra Fadnavis that I wanted to tell you. The reason I wanted to tell you and spend this time on this particular topic is because 41 out of 48 seats last 2019 Lok Sabha elections went to Bharatiya Janata Party from Maharashtra. After Uttar Pradesh, the second largest state with 48 seats is Maharashtra. So if Maharashtra shakes, this is going to have its impact on the Lok Sabha elections and for Narendra Modi. So decisions that are taken in Maharashtra and about Maharashtra leadership will have direct impact on Bharatiya Janata Party's 2024 elections. Till I see you next time, that's tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.